like a full LTE connection, so there should be nothing wrong with YouTube with my data connection. Everything else is working. But here we are. Okay, try this again. I don't know if anyone even got this before, and I don't know what happened to the previous video, whether it's going to save it or not. Well, here we are. Alright, so updating the bungee cord that is no longer bungeeing in here anymore. So this is where I store my my privacy curtain and some blackout material, which I'm no longer going to be using this blackout material, which I'll explain in a bit. Well, basically because I can't get this anymore. I only got enough to do one window, and that's not useful. So, but we're replacing this stuff. Move you out of the way. You can see how absolutely lackluster this is. Oh, look, one part of it's still stretchy right here. But no, this is old stuff. And we'll just update it. This could just go into, I guess, recycling, plastic, rubber, you know, who knows, whatever. Orange! Neon orange! At least I'll see it, but at least it closer matches than the non-stretchy previous bungee cord. I was trying to get the good sunlight before it all went, and now it's behind a cloud, so we might get some, depending on how that cloud moves. So, but for now, we've got this. So where are you? You were there. So to undo you, it's nice you tuck it up. Ah, I see they just tucked it in that way. There we go. Actually, I should get my scissors out to do this. Quiet time, not too many people out and about. A few people walking the dogs. Me, with some mods here. Actually, I could use this one last time to measure the length of the new stuff that's going in. This has got some stretch to it, but this has got more stretch, where this just kind of goes barely any stretch anymore. Well, this is the back of my seat, and it has a storage area that would have bungee string here to, you know, put stuff in behind it. But, you know, this stuff is all worn out, and it's like, this part's not even stretchy anymore, and I'm now replacing it with nicer color matching stuff. I have an orange vehicle, neon orange light, and I'll be able to see this stuff in the nighttime, that's for sure. Thank you, Mr. Ivaku, and Tiag we go. Yeah, so actually, there's actually even more storage. There is a zipper here, so you can actually get behind. So it's kind of like a secret storage. There's a big gap of space here, so it's actually kind of cool. But now I'm just gotta measure out the replacement stuff. I picked this stuff up at a local lens mill craft outlet. They're like, you know, they do crafts and materials, so rolls of stuff. And they had this. Go. Let's get rid of the other stuff. So at least now I got something color matching for the interior part of this. Kind of wanted to do it. The previous owner had this stuff done up, but in some weird fishing net. My vehicle, it's a 2003 Honda Element EX to be specifically. It's a 5-speed, so manual. Well, the manuals, they are much more fun to drive. All right, get that out of the way. I can do a little tour after, but yeah. You know what? When I knew I needed to replace the vehicle I was driving previously, I started looking around. I was looking at, Honda CR-V, the Toyota RAV4, or even a Toyota Matrix. They're all really nice vehicles. And I knew about the Honda Element, but I wasn't thinking about it at the time. And it wasn't until I was looking for about 6 months. 5 weeks before I got this came into my awareness. So I looked into it and I'm going, you know what, this is exactly what I want. Something to do a little bit of adventuring. And hey, thanks for subscribing. I appreciate that. I try to do a bunch of stuff as much as I can. Have a little bit of fun. Most stuff is pretty chill. Some stuff it's just like, you know, doing a little bit of mods and updates like this. Nothing crazy yet. I suspect it'll get crazier as time goes on. You can watch all the other stuff that I've got up there. I've got a live stream playlist and my Elemental Journey playlist. That's all about all the stuff I've done with this thing. So to date anyways. I've had it just over a year. Still needs more work. Friday, get an oil change, of course, that needs to be done, and the exhaust needs to be replaced. That's need to be replaced since I bought it, but just been taking a while to get around to finding the right part. Got the part for a really good steel that I couldn't give up. So now I can go put it in. So the Element has 2 seats with bungee cord on it, and the other one is the rear passenger one. Interesting choice. They only did the 2, and that's fine. They don't need to do more. I really should have. I should check to see if I have a lighter, because fraying ends, you know, will suck. But they decided just on the 2 seats. It's like, no, that's okay. Get those done, and then at least it'll look decent again. Yeah, let's see if I can find that lighter. I wonder if it's easy access. Probably not, because, you know. Oh, nope, not it. Yep. I was excited for a moment. It's probably inside my little storage area here. Alright, not a big deal. So, this is not too bad. Actually, wonder. Alright, well, whatever. For now, this will do it. So, for now, for this thing, yeah, I'm not going to bother getting behind there. Where I store it, back here. This is my privacy curtain. One I actually got and then goes across. So, goes to when I'm camping, I can obviously have some privacy. And so it's insulated, so that'll help. And where did I put my bungee for it? Misplacing stuff already. It's not that big of a vehicle. I just moved it out of the way for now. Alright. Lighter! Ha! Found my lighter. Sweet. So, I can trim these up and they'll look decent again. And not fall apart. I'll just go a little bit of length to them. And just melt the end of it. Ooh, there's a little bit too much of a breeze coming in here. And close the back door a little bit here. Cut down the breeze so I can melt this. That's better. Make sure that's good and melted, so it doesn't start fraying again. Or if it does, I won't care too much. Not like this stuff is expensive. We had 18 feet of this stuff for like 99 cents. Can't really beat that. Totally useful. And definitely I still have, yeah, I've got enough to do the back one too. So, I mean, I won't do that right now because it's the seat's out of the way. So, but I can give you a little bit of a quick tour if you all want. Okay, that's there. Oh, well, I will mention, this is the first blackout material I made for the side window. Not this one, the back one. Hang on. So this one. This one doesn't roll down, it just only opens up. Can't see. Let's try that again. Let's try that without knocking off the foam. So this window opens up like that. So it's just like a So it just goes on like a little hinge, and this is black in there. It fits in there really nicely. But problem is, oops, let me put that back in there. Problem is, when I bought this material, I go, this is really nice material. This would work really well. So I bought one. I was in a completely different city. It's about, I don't know, 2 hours from here. And I got back here. It's like, all right, this works. None of the other places I bought it at a dollar store. Of course, all their inventory is all different. So, but yeah, the rear doors open. They're coach style doors. So the idea was to buy more of the stuff and do the rest of the windows, but I can't do that. So I was at another Lens Mills place and bought some other material. So side note, this is thicker bungee cord. This is actually my curtain rod that hangs the curtain. So the curtain hangs over, the curtain hangs on this and goes between the two. And this is, you know, one end of it. So the curtain rod, the line goes onto here, stretches to one on the other side, and this is just a magnet. It sits on there. So very easy to put up and down and get rid of. So that was the piece I was looking for, and now I can store it back in here. So since I couldn't find that material anymore, I started looking around. So I look around, I found this stuff. This is like acoustic foam, and it's nice and thick. It's a dark gray. Well, it does match the interior. I was hoping for black because this is going against the windows, but ultimately not that big of a deal because the windows are fairly tinted, and this is just going to be blocking out anyone looking in. So I have to make a template on that. And now that I have this, I can make a template for, well, either side for it now. So, but with this here, because it just goes out and pulls in, it'll hold in there naturally. So the window would literally just press fit it together. The back windows will take a little bit more finagling to get in there. So I have to figure out a good system to put in there. But yeah, this was $3.99 a yard. So $3 a meter, or $4 a meter. So I got one meter just to kind of test out. This would be enough to do both the windows. So that'd be kind of cool. Oh, that's hard to sit on an angle like that for a long time. All right, that stuff left over, or that stuff left over. But yeah, I will. We do a little quick tour. I can't switch the window around, or the window, the mirror. Actually, we'll do it. Oh, we'll do it. Ah, there we go. So the door opens up. Got a nice big, you know, no B pillar. Well, technically that's the B pillar. Back up. Oh, there you go. This is Dovahkiin. Push bars, lights. Roof rack. I'm going to be changing that. I got an idea I'm going to be working on for next year. Custom rack. So the doors. A cool little wander sticker that came with it. And I found the people who made it, so I can get those replaced if I want to. I 3D printed the letters. You can see the original badging because, well, at least the original badging was here and protected the paint from fading. So you can see how much paint fades after 21 years. Stuff. So seats. There's the other seat with the other stuff, which I will replace. Here's my Reflectix. So that's the stuff that goes in the windows to help keep heat in and heat out. So I've been slowly modifying this. Cool lap desk. On my tailgate. And that's my Honda Element. It's a lot of, it's fun. Definitely fun. Of course, it's a little messy because I've been doing some work, move crap around, but that's what it is. Now, they come with these ones, like a rubberized plastic floor. The previous owner put these yoga foam mats in because she used this strictly as a camper. Well, surprise, surprise. So I sold all her camping equipment setup was not great. Well, I mean, I'm sure it worked fine for her, but just not for me. Okay, hang on. I want to put a few things away, so I need my hands free. You can go there. LED lights, I'll replace those, so it's much brighter in here than the factory ones, that's for sure. I've convinced a number of people to get these. So there's a lot of people who want to buy one now. I actually convinced my neighbor, he did buy one, which was really kind of funny. And I have a friend of mine who wants to get a vehicle and wants to buy one. Couple on sunglasses. So they are, Honda really did put the U in SUV for these vehicles. Like, it's insanely how useful that is. These seats, not only do they, you know, fold flat so you can sleep in them. The front seats fold back, the rear seats fold flat. It's not flat. You know, the cushions have some contours in them. But you can simply put something on top of it and sleep on it just fine. They fold out of the way, and with the seats forward, I can actually, you know, lie down flat straight in this. And I'm like, you know, nearly 6 foot, I'm like 5'11". I can fit in this. So I was like, oh, all right. I see some pretty other neat ideas that people have done. And there's that too. Actually, I did, funny enough, I actually made something to help prevent that. But it's on the other side of the car. I'm just trying to organize stuff. I mean, it's getting caught on everything. There we go. Either way, I put all my reflectors together so this stays reasonably organized. Okay. That's going to be my template for that material. Still coffee o'clock. Okay, so I think we've done enough. We'll move everything to the front. Because it's getting kind of chilly. Alright, let's bring you up here. Maybe we can find another spot. Actually, you know what? It's not working, but you. Almost want to turn on the heater. Bought a heater. I got a propane heater for this. Small little catalytic propane heater. And it works really well. We don't too well. It can get up to like, you know, 30 degrees Celsius in here, no problem. So it's cool outside. Right now my watch is saying 6 degrees. Feels a little colder than that, but that's because of the wind. Well, there we are. It's the wind. So here he is. I'm gonna have the rest of my snack. I got coffee. Meteor bar. In Canada, we have a chocolate bar called a Mars bar. So, you know, it's made by, what is it, Nestle? I forget which company owns that one. But we have dollar stores, and dollar stores sell rip-offs. Mars, Meteor. You get 2 for 50 cents. You can buy 2 packs of these. Well, we'll get into that in a second. Mars bars are like, you know, $1.79, $2.59, whatever, for one. I was like, I know I could buy for 1 Mars bar, which is kind of crazy. But, you know, that's how marketing is. It's the exact same freaking thing. So you know how much money they're actually making, like Mars and Nestle and Kellogg and all those big companies. But this is the chocolate, nougat, and caramel. The same freaking thing, man. 50 cents. Did I mention it was 50 cents? Not bad. Cold because it's a little stiffy. Stiffy? Stiffer. Not really fun to eat. So, in the dollar stores, there's some business practices. Slightly deceptive. They just want you to buy more. I get it, but these, they got the tag says 2 for $1. So you buy 4 individual pieces, so 1 package, so 2 packages for $1. And it implies you need to buy 2 for 1. But one day, yeah, because I bought, okay, well, I'll grab 2. One day I go up and I go to scan one of them, and it comes up 50 cents. I went, hey, I can buy just 1? So I'm just buying 1 for now. I don't need to, you know, go and spend that extra. It's only 50 cents, but like, I don't need to spend an extra 50 cents every time. And I don't want that much sugar around me all the time. So this is bad enough as it is, right? You know, processed sugar and all that other crap. But that's just the way how business want to, you know, make you spend more money. Well, there's an ambulance going by. The lights are flashing. I did hear sirens a little bit, but probably only when he goes into an intersection. So semi-critical. I don't know how that how they decide when to use a siren or not. Maybe they just need to get there, but not necessarily. Everybody has to get out of the way right away. Oh, he didn't turn down the main street, so he's gone on a side street. So he's going on his way to someone's place. No, the people have their doggos out walking around. Put the head down. Oh, today got chilly. So tonight I'm going to work on the templates for the windows and see how this material goes. You would think making templates for glass would be fairly easy, but it's actually pretty challenging to make sure you get this right. So it can take a bit of time. I will have to probably redo I made templates initially when I made the Reflectix, but I didn't have to be exact with that. So have a good sleep, Tiag. Miguel, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. So, sorry, sometimes I don't pay attention to the text, and I wish it would give me some sort of notification at times. So, have a good one. Thanks for stopping by, man. No, doing live streams is interesting. And, oh, now a fire truck's showing up. It was worse than an ambulance went by. A fire truck, so it is somewhat serious. Because you don't have a fire alarm truck and an ambulance if it's something not serious. I wonder what it is, but I won't be too worried about it. We'll let people hope they get there, the help that they need. Well, such is life in donuts, right? Should be an interesting winter. Be able to really test out the heat once I get a bigger propane tank. I mean, the heater I got just uses the little 1 pound green propane tanks, and those are really expensive to buy. To buy a single, oh, you can't. I do know people. I guess they can buy them singles, but I usually see them in 4 or 3 packs, or 2 packs or 3 packs. And a 2-pack, it works out to be about $9 a tank. That's actually ridiculously expensive, because if I got a heater, I don't know, this heater runs somewhere between 4 to 6 hours using the propane heater. So how many tanks can you actually really afford and don't store? So I'm just going to get an adapter kit, a hose, and run a bigger tank. No, not one of the big barbecue propane tanks. That would be a little too much. But probably a 5 pound tank. And I've seen people say he had a 5 pound, one guy's actually selling a 5 pound tank. He'd use it for a heater. And when ice fishing, it would last him 3 days, running about 12 hours a day on the little 5 pound tank for his heater. Now the heater I got is a little more efficient, so it won't quite use as much. So and it only costs you like, $3 to $5 to fill it up, as opposed to $9 only would last you not even a quarter of a day. Why would you want to use the little guys? Get the adapter and make sure that it's regulated, so that because the bigger tanks are higher pressure. All these little things you learn about propane you never thought, and it takes quite a bit of research, because this information isn't all in one place. I mean, unless you happen to find someone who just happens to have done it. I'll try to put that information in. I'll do a good video when I get the tank or the hose, and let people know, because people will want to. That information isn't readily available. Even when you start looking into propane sites, they don't really give you a lot of details. It's like you should just know it already, which seems weird. I just assume you know it. Now, I don't have a Hank Hill to consult, so, there's that too. And see who gets that reference. It's a pretty North American reference, so kind of limited. Yes, coffee is cold. I won't bother with the heat, but I'm not far from home. This is just a close little park where I can go. I was out running around doing the errands to get the proper bungee cord replacement string for this, so it looks good. I'll do the other one. As long as it's not too cold. Mind you, I've got a heater. I could do this while the heat's running, but I haven't got the big tank yet, and then I don't want to use up the small tank unless I absolutely have to. I will still have probably like, you know, one small tank kicking around as a backup. You know, if I ever run out on the big tank type of deal once I get the big tank. So we'll see how that goes. We'll keep the small tank as like I said, just a little backup, enough to keep things warm. I did try with some alternative heating methods, and using using a candle and a stainless steel container. So the stainless steel container goes over the candle and heats up the candle, heats up the stainless steel, and it radiates better. So it's a better way to use candle heat, because candle heat itself mostly just kind of goes up and dissipates too quickly. But if you can capture it in a stainless steel container sitting over top of it, that radiates the heat out better. Now we're doing some testing to see how much heat it actually does do inside of here. And when the temperature was around 9 degrees, so it's not too cold, and a friend and I were in my vehicle, and I ran it, and it got up to 18 degrees within about 15 minutes, so it worked out pretty well. But the moment it was down to 0 degrees, that one single thing would not, it was so slow to try and generate enough heat to get out to the entire vehicle. So it won't keep you warm per se, but it will stop you from freezing to death. So it's an emergency candle only, emergency heater. It works. You won't necessarily die from, you know, being freezing, but it will help out. But yeah, the propane heater is going to be the main thing for now. And electric heat is just way too expensive, because it uses so much power, and even with you'd have to get a seriously massively big lithium battery to run. I mean, anytime with electric heat. Now I'm gonna build my own lithium battery source. Yeah, I'm a small one. I'm trying to look at. Really want to get 100 amp hour batteries, but they're still a little up there in price. You know, $250 to $300 for a battery. So I'm going to try stepping it down to a 50 amp battery. And those you can get for under $200, like $150, $160. And build up one of those. So we build up one of those, then I can see how long like a heated blanket would run. But a heated blanket would be, or a heated pad, just a heated pad or a blanket, and you get a couple of layers. I think you should be just fine for staying warm on really, really cold nights. And then when you wake up, use the propane heater. Warmed up. I should probably put my move my trunk back over to where it was and reclaim my space here. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. And there's nobody else here at the moment that I can tell. Well, I think I'll head up home. I have to order a couple things off of Amazon to do a few more small little upgrades around this guy here. So Alright, well, a short one today. Thanks everybody for stopping by. You know, if you happen to see the video in a future date, subscribe, because I'm pretty sure I've done more videos and crazy stuff, and hopefully the winter is short, or not as cold, because, you know, winter sucks. Even though I was born in Canada, winter still sucks. All-wheel drive vehicles make it suck less. So, that's useful. Anyways, thanks for stopping